My favorite part of the debate came at this moment when Kamala damn near Kamala damn near got my vote. Kamala damn near got my vote when she almost called Donald Trump a motherfucker.
Ew.
It almost came out. You,
Almost.
you saw her blackness reach out and grab it like, no, not right here, not right now.
Not in
But
front of these white people.
yeah, this is when Kamala talked about Donald Trump going inviting the Taliban to Camp David, which is a wild thought. But yeah, let's run this little clip.
Terrorists released, and get this, and the president
She got
at the
real black here.
time invited the Taliban to Camp David, a place of storied significance for us as Americans, a place where we honor the importance of American diplomacy, where we invite and receive respected world leaders. And this former president,
See, she swallowed it. She that motherfucker almost came out. She had to take it back down.
She chopped that shit all the way back down. This
it almost came
former
out.
president.
Oh shit! I thought that was
a fucker or something. This fucker.
this no good son of a bitch.
Oh shit!
But yeah, I saw the M.O. and the T coming. It damn it came out of mouth. This month. Woo!
Hey, that shit would have hit harder for me. But I also remember when Biden said he's gonna make MHB, what's old boy name from Saudi Arabia? Muhammad, whatever, MSB, I think his name is his acronym. But he said, I'm gonna make him a pariah. He's gonna know he shouldn't be fucking around with the U.S. because, you know, he was charged with killing a U.S. citizen in a very, very horrific kind of way. Then when he got in office, he went over there and he's fist bumping this motherfucker. Shit like that. Like, while he didn't invite that motherfucker to Camp David, he did go over there, fist bump that motherfucker, and then another time the dude didn't even shake his fucking hand. And then told him to piss off. I'm not giving you shit. Bye. That. So, hey, look, it's hard for me after I like get past the initial like shock of the moment. Once my brain kick in and I start to dig down on the context I have of the situation, like y'all be having motherfuckers all the time. Y'all had Vladimir Polinsky. Come over here.
5 times. She said it.
No. Isn't it Polinsky? What's the old boy from Ukraine?
Yeah, Polinsky.
He ain't shit. He run one of the most corrupt countries in the fucking world. Up until like they got invaded by Russia, they were persona non grata. They were some fucked up people. That's what we thought. That's what everybody thought. They had Nazis and shit just rampant in their fucking parliament and whatnot, and they military. Ooh, can't trust them. Can't be invited to the UN.
They got Ukrainian Nazis?
Yes. They got a whole fucking battalion. They got a Nazi battalion with the thunderbolts and all of their symbols. It's a thing. They didn't like him at first because he's Jewish. But we'll put differences aside for now because he's going to do what we want him to do. And he did. But when you pal around with people like that and then try to come at him for inviting the Taliban to camp, like he wanted to kick it with the motherfuckers. It was a negotiation thing. It was, and I don't even know if he invited them to the fucking Camp David or he wanted to talk to them. And it was it's murky about that. But the issue was they were sniping U.S. soldiers. And he trying to figure out a way to end that shit. According to him, he ended that shit. He had that conversation, and then they didn't kill no more U.S. soldiers.
I highly doubt that was true.
Hey, look, I know it's not true. U.S. soldiers die all the time. Did they stop sniping though? Hey, look, they said they did. They stopped reporting them on the news. So, hey, look, it worked or it didn't work. Either way, from your glass house, you cannot throw that rock. There was a more geopolitical poignant joke in there. I could have put in, but I didn't. Kicking myself now.
What, that Hunter Biden would catch that rock and smoke it?
Nah, it was something about from that greenhouse. You can't throw that Iraq. I don't know. Iraq. I don't know. I be in the moment, fam. Hey, look, I don't know. They all ain't with us.
See, my enjoyment of that moment was not what she was saying. It's the fact that she almost let it out. She almost showed a little bit of that Negro-ness, of that no shit takingness that we need to see from her.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish she would have let it out. I wish she would have let it out.
It'll make for entertaining back and forth. I give you that.
It definitely would. And also it would let me know that she is willing to actually get angry and stand up for some shit.
But she
Because
not.
that's also one of the things that I don't see her. I don't know if she's capable of. Like actually stand up, go down, and die for this shit.
Fam, she
If
stood
you
up.
want the juice.
She stood up not that long ago and said, "I will ban fracking day one. We getting that shit the fuck out of here. I'm into it, over with." To a year later, okay, all right, I'll negotiate now. I'll acquiesce to your some of your fracking demands if I can get this as a negotiation tactic. To now, nah, fracking's cool. How? And Dana Bash gave her the alley-oop. So something changed your mind about it, right? You read some research or some studies. No, it's just good now. The fuck? I didn't change my stance. Yeah, you did. You did. Since 2020, I've been but before that, the 6 months before that, you stood on stage, said no more fracking. And she's like that on a bunch of different shit, fam.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's hard to trust her, even though I want to so bad. Give me some shit I can ring you on later if you don't do it. Like, say some things that I could be mad about if it doesn't happen, like student loan debt. Let me know you're gonna do something, and if you don't do it, then I can hold you accountable for it. But when you don't even let me know you're gonna do some shit, when you just sit here and just give me
ideas,
emotional responses, and try to play to my emotions and not to my logic, let me know something. You got nothing to appeal that you got nothing that makes any sense. That's why you don't want to appeal to my logical side. You want to invoke my passion as a black man in America.
You gotta have something. But yeah, she also needs some fucking policy.
Oh, she got.
I was listening and all I heard was child tax credit and money for first time homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
I need more than that.
It's the opportunity economy, fam.
Yeah, opportunity, but what does that even mean?
Oh, nobody knows. It's provocative. It's the people going, fam.
Yeah.
What was that comment? The small business credit. You be putting the comments up and taking them down too fast. Small business credit.
She did say small business credit.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Damn. I don't even know what the fuck to say at this point.
And
have y'all read any of this shit? Or are these just talking points from fucking various?
All she has is talking points. If you go on her website right now, I'll read you the thing for the small business. And it's not even a small business thing. It's a new. I
want to know where any of this information is coming from. Is it pundits?
No, it's the actual website. I was on her site earlier today, fam. What you mean?
The tax credit shit and the housing.
I want to know what we three are reading. Or are we listening to
KamalaHarris.com? That's where I got all this shit from earlier in the week. And today, what the fuck?
Formulating opinions based on a combination of 20 or so different media outlets.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm formulating based on what I hear her say through clips in the media, through her campaign speech and shit like that, through the interviews that she does, or the one that she did since she became fucking the presidential nominee, through the debate, through articles, through the websites of the people running. And up until this week, day before yesterday, she didn't have an issues tab on her site. Now she does. And when I read the issues site, that was the thing she was talking about. And when it came down to the tax credit shit, I was gonna let you know about it because I've read it earlier. I'll tell you. Vice President Harris and Governor Walz know that small businesses, neighborhood shops, high-tech startups, small manufacturers, and more are the engines of our economy. Just as she did as Senator and Vice President, Kamala Harris will always support small businesses and invest in entrepreneurs as president. She has led the Biden-Harris administration's effort to increase access to capital for small businesses and bring venture capital to parts of middle America that have for too long been overlooked, driving a record 19 million new businesses applications, tripling the Small Business Administration's lending to Black-owned businesses, and more than doubling small dollar lending to Latino and women-owned businesses. She also has championed expanding federal contracts for minority-owned small business. As part of her opportunity economy agenda, she has put forward a plan to help small businesses and entrepreneurs innovate and grow. She has set an ambitious goal of 25 million new business applications by the end of her first term, over 10 million more than Trump saw during his term. To help achieve this, she will expand the startup expense tax deduction for new businesses from $5,000 to $50,000 and take on the everyday obstacles and red tape that can make it harder to grow a small business. She will drive venture capital to the talent that exists all across our country, including in rural areas, and increase the share of federal contract dollars going to small businesses. That is what her site has for growing small businesses and investing in entrepreneurs. That's your policy plan.
I appreciate you. I was just wondering.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
No, like I said, I appreciate you. I was just wondering. I mean, because I've had to have conversations based on a pundit's misquoting of some shit. And, you know.
I get it. You've been hurt before. It's cool. Come over here. We got you.
This is where it happened. I had to check.
Let me embrace you into my bosom.
This is where it happened. I had to check.
Boss.
This is exactly where it happened. I had to check.
That is not what Tom Hanks meant when he said bosom buddies.
Hey.
Yo, yeah. And I remember the exact shit it was too. It was when Trump did that fucking Article 44 shit or whatever the fuck that was. And Wolf Blitzer misread the shit. And every political pundit picked up what Wolf Blitzer read as opposed to what actually Trump did. And I had to argue with you motherfuckers for a week. Matter of fact, years, because y'all still ain't said that ain't what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about, but all right.
Trump did some shit where Wolf Blitzer said he gave himself some type of political power that he didn't give himself based on some 1868 shit. And Wolf Blitzer was the motherfucker that fucked it all up for the whole world, misread the shit. And like, yeah. what he said, what he did wasn't give himself power. What he did was give the government the shit he enacted had to go through the fucking governors first before it even went to the fucking president.
I don't remember, but all right. Hey, look, I'm not finna Google it.
Some weird ass totalitarian ass power that everybody thought that Trump gave himself based on something he enacted, based on something Wolf Blitzer misread. I was just checking, like I said.
Hey, yeah,
I
it's
just
all
want
good.
to know what the motherfucker actually read and what is a culmination of fucking pundits that they're hearing and watching videos and shit and just culminating some shit off of that. I mean, because I don't watch none of this shit, as you can tell. That's why I shut the fuck up.
Hey, so all her plans are really just, I'll give you a tax incentive. I'll give you a tax break. I'll give you this. I'll give you things. I'll give you a shit ton of money, but in form of a tax break. You can write this shit off at the end of the year up to, and it's always up to. It ain't that you're not gonna get $50,000. You can get up to $50,000 in tax credits. That's not $50,000 going to your business. That's not $50,000 in working or operating capital. No, it's a tax credit at the end of the year that you get to write off $50,000 in extra expenses to claim up to if you have those actual expenses. But say you don't have those expenses that you need to claim off, then you can't claim $50,000 worth of shit if you ain't got $50,000 worth of shit. That's the thing that people keep leaving out or forgetting or not understanding about this. You can claim up to $50,000. I can claim up to a ceiling in a number of categories on my taxes. There's a ceiling. And all she's telling you now that there's a ceiling of shit that you can claim for this, and it's up to $50,000 now as opposed to $5. Yay. Yay. Woohoo. And if I'm remembering correctly, I believe it was just for new businesses.
Yeah, I think she said startups.
Yeah, startup expense tax deduction for new businesses. All this shit is not going to help you if you've been struggling because your business exists already. It's not a boon for you. It's for the motherfucker who's thinking about starting some shit and they going to get it together. Maybe. Because in America, we all have the dream of it's just around the corner. One more shot and that's my ticket. And they happy to sell you that bullshit. And we happy to buy it in volumes. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We buy it because what's the alternative?
Hard work. Dedication. Maybe not succeeding in the way that you thought. Your wildest dream not being realized. That's the alternative. Sometimes it don't work out for you. So everybody ain't gonna make it. And you got to be okay with not making it big. You got to be okay with doing the thing that you need to do to make your life better.
So everybody ain't gonna have ounces. And somebody gotta have a nickel bag.
Somebody gotta have a nickel bag. And they lying to you if they're gonna tell you that you can get ounces for nothing, fam. Nobody giving you ounces for nothing. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. When you too could be a zip flipper. Nah. Nah. Not just because you wish it or hope it to be. But I don't like the fairy tale aspect that these motherfuckers be trying to give people. It's just it's unsettling. Personally, I don't know. I don't fuck with it. But yeah, she got a bunch of shit on here. Her policies read just like that. They're not plans. They're platitudes to people, and then there's some mention of potentially a tax credit or her working hard for the advancement of this particular group of people or for this particular issue. I'm gonna fight for it because I'm a fighter.
Man, you ain't gotta read shit to be abreast of this shit. Everybody put information anywhere. You can formulate a good enough opinion if you just do your due diligence. If the people you put in charge are reading the shit, That was the answer. You don't have to fucking read this shit. The answer is you have to read. You don't have to read nothing. You can formulate a pretty good opinion based on peer review.
You could, but then you might find yourself in a Wolf Blitzer situation.
The defensive motherfucker go say, "Yeah, I've been reading all this shit," and another motherfucker just gonna be quiet because they think they gotta read it. It's perfectly okay to put people in charge that represent to cut through the weeds for you. Like I get these pundits, these political pundits. I used to read at a point, but me and his viewpoints aligned so many times that now I don't have to read. I could just say that this guy, he's a trusted source. Yeah, he's a trusted source. Thank you. That was the answer. I don't have to read. I'm smart enough to culminate a group of trusted sources.